Hey everyone, so some of the things I do when I'm not busy on the weekends, if that's ever a thing, is sorting what I've got from other storage units at my location. Today I'm just going to be working around a storage unit, and I'm going to be using this cart here, and I'm going to, it's electronics, old cart from that held like projectors, maybe a 9th grade science class back in the 90s probably. And I'm going to put all these electronics on it just to make it more mobile, so I can move to the shelf and use the shelf for other things or sell it. And then I'm going to be wiping off and cleaning things. Yeah, real exciting. I do need a towel. So if you've never bought a storage unit, know that it's dirty work. You will be cleaning things, sorting things, throwing things out. I don't like to throw things out, but unfortunately, it's kind of part of the game. And some things are just beyond saving. Although I try to upcycle and recycle what I can, sometimes business decisions make it so you just have to get rid of things for space. That'll work. Probably wondering what I'm doing. I'm going to be taking pictures of things, assessing them, putting them on eBay, figuring out what they're worth, and making some decisions of whether I keep it or get rid of it. So this is a BX300 Nakashima 3-head direct drive cassette deck. Looks like it's in pretty darn good condition, and I see these going on eBay. One for parts only for $396 plus $45.99 shipping. I see another one for parts only at $249. I see another one for $395. Buy it now, $24.95. So it's a pretty high-end cassette deck. I'm going to go and set up some electricity and get this plugged in, make sure that it's functioning, and then I'm going to list it because I think that is worthwhile.
Page 95.
I'm just looking for some ties. Well, I guess I'm out. Oh, we got power. Play record. Looks to be in pretty good shape. Heads look clean. Play function works. Yep, this is in good shape. This is just to create a white background for the eBay store. I think I'm gonna, there we go. Now normally at home I have a whole photo station set up for eBaying stuff, but when I work out of my storage unit, you do what you can. For those of you trying to learn from me on eBay and whatnot, important things to look for are model numbers and taking close-up pictures. You get 12 photos on eBay, so make the most of it. Use all 12 if you can. Let people know what they're buying and have a free return policy. No one likes someone who basically won't hold up their end of the bargain, at least for 30 days or so. You know, I'm not trying to do it dishonestly. And one of the most important things about life is coffee. So when you're looking at eBay and you're trying to, so I found this player here. Oop. Someone's selling it. It may look backwards on your screen, but if you scroll down on these things, you're going to come across a sell one like this. Now, all you got to do is make the title how you want it and add some photos and it'll help build it from there. When I get home, I'll add some more stuff to it to get it listed. So you'll see I'm uploading photos here. I'll probably put it up for about 300 just to undercut the competition. Sell it a little quicker. Sure as hell wish I knew where my tripod was at, and that's what happens when you get old. I can see this is missing the treble knob, but I bet it still works. So I'm just looking for model numbers. There's a Yamaha R5 natural sound receiver, 210 watts. 70 bucks is what came up right away. 55 on another, 89 on another. Here's a funny thing. Someone's selling the knobs off of it for 20 bucks. So if you're a junker and you're trying to figure out if there's value in things, you can always take things apart and make money from that too. Part of my philosophy is keep things from landfill. So when you get a chance and you see something like that, maybe the whole component doesn't work, but you can yank off all the knobs, take note of the model number, and just list the knobs. 20 bucks in your pocket. Learn to make value out of everything you get in the storage unit, and you will never be broke. Most people are out playing video games or doing bullshit, and I'm here trying to make money. So there's a difference in mentality, and that's the difference sometimes between people who struggle to pay rent and others who actually say, I'm going to try to make a go of this, everything I do. Maybe it's a little myopic in this capitalistic, commercialistic society. I'll take that. Still, all in all, when everyone factors in everything they're doing on this Yamaha R5, it looks like with shipping, it's about $100, probably worth about 80 bucks with that one knob missing. And I'm not going to go buy this other guy's knobs just to complete it. So there we have it. Let's take some pictures. Extension cord. Those things I zip tie up so the cords don't get in the way when I'm moving it. And it powers up. Getting too much glare. Actually, I think I just did that. Sure, I'm eating through batteries, so we'll see how long this actually lasts. I'm gonna go grab a pack. In the storage business, I always recommend carrying some sort of accessory power pack for your devices, because you're going to be doing a lot of research and stuff, and contacts and calling people and surfing the web, trying to figure things out. So be prepared. Boy Scout. I'm going to do some quick videos of these. This does turn. All the knobs work. accessory power areas, some speaker areas. Gonna set up another eBay listing. So something about when you're listing electronics and a lot of things on marketplaces, whatever you're using for your marketplace, I don't care if it's eBay, Mercari, Amazon, whatever. I recommend just offering free returns. You'll lose some money here and there, but for the most part, most of the stuff works. And if something gets to the other end, I do make them ship the item back to me. Because I'm not going to let them keep it just for the sake of keeping it. And not to mention, sometimes people are unethical. So you have to take that into account as well. But just take it back, reassess it, maybe pull the knobs off and sell those, whatever works to keep it moving. But you'll get better marks and you'll have a happier society that way. Yeah, it's a pain in the tail, I know. Okay, there I have it, all set up. I'll probably finish it tonight. For those who don't know, I have about 35 web domains. Electronicsrecycle.com is one of them. This is actually in really good condition. This is close to mint. But I never describe it as mint condition when I sell it on eBay. I have a philosophy that you under-promise and over-deliver. So everything I put up pretty much goes acceptable condition. If someone gets it and they're like, fuck, this is like brand new, I'll be like, yeah, good deal, huh? Oh, there it goes. So it has a switch on the back that makes it auto on or off, and there it is. It's powered up. Let's see what this thing goes for. So Sonance 260. Take that back. Sonance 260. So the first one I see is 164. Not a bad cut. Free 4-day shipping on theirs. $89.99 with a 2360. $99 straight. $99.95, $109, $59 plus $49, so it's really like $110. This guy's $75 plus $26, so it's like $109. I'm gonna guess about $100 is where this needs to lie, based on the ones I'm seeing here. Guess I'll do a video. Oop. Sonance 260 amplifier in working condition. This is going up on eBay. Power cord's working. It is powered up. Probably should rig this a little better, but I know exactly what I'm going to do. Damn, little metal piece. Of course, when I'm running low on tape, I'm almost out. I'm sure I got some in my truck. I did find some zip ties and some tape. Guess I could box it in if I wanted to. Get a little bit more of a professional look in the background. Favor my angles to the side. Probably should have done this earlier. I don't work out of my storage unit often. Mostly I'm at home. But you can see something like that creates a little bit more of a white background, makes it a little bit more aesthetic on eBay. Little scratch there. Oh, of course that's the one thing holding it up. Thought I had it taped down, but I guess not good enough. That should help with the occasional bump. We'll just do this here, kind of try to make it a little bit better. Tilted a bit. How you doing, America? As Kenny Dewitt says. I do love how some of these people in Storage Wars get improve their lives. You know, you see Renee losing weight and getting healthier. You see Kenny Dewitt losing weight, you know, as the show matures. What they don't show on Storage Wars that I can tell is that there's a lot of busy work behind the scenes of actually doing the work. This is the kind of work that they're doing. They're assessing things, they're calling their contacts and seeing if there's anyone who wants to buy their lots of whatever that lot may be. They're putting stuff on various electronic marketplaces. They're doing social media, trying to improve their audience so they can move some of their items quicker, much like I'm doing now. Because a lot of times things you sell are going to friends. Or collectors you know in particular, for particular things that you come across. There is nothing you do not come across when you buy storage units. If humans buy it, make it, storage units have them. What you do with it when you acquire it shows your level of skill and expertise. I think that's about all I can get out of this. Guess I'll do a power cord, make sure they know that that works. I tried to do 12 photos on each one. Makes for a better story when you put it up and people can really... The title brings them to the auction. The pictures sell it, in my opinion. It's uploading my photos. I'll reassess and crop a few. If you're not used to having a seller hub, I have an anchor store, so they might do it a little differently for the casual seller. You can go back and look at your drafts. That's my draft that I created. I'll assign prices and whatnot when I get home. Part of the reason I do the finishing at home is because I have my computer set up. I have copy and pasting. I have a social media aspect to what I'm doing, where I post it on various social media sites and have links that bring them to eBay. I'm an eBay affiliate, so if they end up on eBay, and even if they don't buy my particular piece for the price I put it up at, they will, I'll get a percentage of whatever they buy on eBay. Phew, excuse me. What I'm doing right now is I'm going back and putting in what I think the price should be, so when I get home I'm not redoing the same work looking it back up. Since I only have 3 items, I kind of know where I want to be on my pricing. Had to go and blow my nose. Twist tie that first component. Now, some people like to go out and just pick at garage sales and sell that on eBay. That's a perfectly fine way to go for if you're trying to do a little thrift business. Personally, I like to buy storage units. There's a little bit of a wow factor in buying a storage unit. You don't know what you're getting. And sometimes you find some cool gems. I was on Pawn Stars once. They contacted me. I sold them the extracts and proceeds of the American Continental Congress from 1774. I'd already sold about $30K worth of these documents, and still have plenty more on eBay to sell. I asked for 14 grand. I knew it was missing a back page, but I said it didn't. I figured they have experts. They'll figure it out, and they did. They had Rebecca come in, and she pointed out the back page was missing. I played my part. I still got 2,500 or so out of them. It was a good day for me. I was down in Vegas, got to hang out. That's a lot of fun. Play some poker. I do like poker. And I'm quite a study of the game of poker, for those who don't know. There's a lot of detail cleaning in storage units, if you didn't know. If you want to sell stuff for a premium. Sometimes we'll sell stuff dirty, just move it on and take a lesser price. I'm going to do a video of this. It's an Onkyo quartz synthesized tuner amplifier R1. Let's plug this thing in. And although I test these things to power up and presume they work, once again, like I said, I do offer returns just because I'm not going to take a chance on upsetting someone. Not worth the time. This doesn't seem to be powering up. Could be for several reasons. Sometimes it's just a fuse. Sometimes it's because it's not grounded. Old electronics sometimes do that. Oh, it's because the power cord is unplugged. I stepped on it. There you have it. Always a reason. Powered on. Sweet. Let's get some photos. Just testing all the buttons. And there's a lot of them. And they're all going in good condition. I have a pile of remotes. One of the websites I created, oh, it's an Onkyo R1. Guess what? That's for this unit right here. One of the, what I was saying is one of the websites I have is lostremotecontrol.com, because I will clean up a remote, detail it, and sell it separately on eBay. Why not? Someone's always looking for a remote. Dog ate it. Cat's got my tongue, something like that. Nice. No battery in it, but that's fine. I'd rather not have them in it right now. I take the batteries out so they don't corrode. Let's see how many pictures I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect. Let's get this drafted up. ONYKO R1 quartz synthesized tuner amplifier. So I entered that. Those are my results on eBay. One that stands out for me is someone who has one that's mint at $179.99, and he actually has a $97.71 shipping. It's a little high for shipping, but it's not unreasonable. For shipping electronics, it is kind of expensive. They do shake around. You do have to pack them well. You know, $40-50 on shipping is not unexpected. So price your items accordingly. I reassess when I get home. I weigh a lot of stuff. I don't have my scale down here, so I can't weigh. I have to kind of keep in mind how big the component was in my head and how heavy it was, and what the dimensions are. Pretty standard for electrical components, stereo equipment like this, but the weights do vary significantly. The type of packaging doesn't really. I have boxes around in my shipping area that I order just for this kind of stuff. I'll probably order some boxes that are more designated for electronics of this size, just to have maybe a dozen around, or 25 around actually, just so I can ship these things more effectively and more cost effectively. And you factor all that into your free shipping aspects. I find it easier to order shipping supplies at home and have them delivered, or pick them up at the post office after I've had them delivered there, and keep a wide variety of boxes at my disposal to run their business. I don't want to go around hunting for old cardboard. I did that starting off. I'd scrap and scrape, and anything I could find I'd use. Now I just order many times just eBay branded shipping supplies to look a little more professional. But when they don't have what I need, I order third party. Yep, that guy's selling basically the same thing I'm selling. I'm going to go with his price point. It's more forgiving for my shipping purposes. I also tend to look to see what other power sellers are doing when I'm looking my research. Power sellers get that designation on eBay because they keep very good metrics. They offer free shipping, free returns. They have great customer service. They ship the next day. A lot of different things, different metrics. You can look up all the specifics. But being a power seller on eBay requires professionalism and diligence and good customer service. I'm actually going to tape this remote control to the side of the unit because I don't want to lose it. Or separate it from the item at this point. I'll find some way to keep it with it. Maybe zip tie it. That's not going to be effective enough. Zip ties are your friend in this business. Cords get in your way. Zip them up. Here's my latest draft. You can see I'm stealing their titles. I might alter their titles at home. I'll determine that once I get home. But I'm just really prepping, setting it up. And then I'm saving for later. And it puts it in my draft queue here. You'll see these are the drafts I'm creating. I have some already from previous. I can click on that if I want and look at all my drafts, because it only holds a few in that line. Oops. You can see then you get a list of the drafts you're running. Hope some of you eBay sellers find this educational. And for those who are interested in any of the things I'm putting up, just private message me. I might consider a lower price because I don't have to pay eBay fees, which is about 10% or so, 10 to 20% of the cost. I don't know that I'll give that large of a discount, but I'll consider offers. This item is a beast of an electronics piece. It is heavy. I'm going to guess 50 pounds. That alone makes me want to throw it out. No, it's probably 40, but it's pretty heavy. Not happy about that. We'll see what the going rate is for items like this. Probably a pretty expensive piece of electronics based on the weight alone. It has something in it that's power making it go. I'm not an electronics expert, but I can tinker. I can take these apart and replace fuses and whatnot. I can service them, but I don't like to do the work. So oftentimes I'll just call it a day. I grew up in that old electronics age where, yeah, sometimes you bought something and it was your paycheck and it breaks down. You like go to the Radio Shack and try to figure out the component you need and fix it. Boy, you should get a look at this thing. Old boards in here, electronic boards. It's pretty cool. If you're a young cat in your 20s, these are the kind of things you should take apart, because they're kind of fun to look at and you really get an understanding of older electronics and high quality, what they had to go through to make these damn things. This is not a cheap component, I can tell you just looking at it. This was top of the line back when it was made. Now whether it has any significant value today or if it powers up, that's another story altogether. I can see the model number, so I'm just going to put that part in right now. Not knowing the brand. Oh, there it is. Luxman. Luxman, model number R-1120. Luxman. Looks like it did 2 different decks, phonograph, has a ground, has an antenna on the back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different speakers, so it's a surround sound for today. Has 2 6 amps, fuses on the back. Those are things that you might need to replace if you plug it in and blow it. Let's plug it in. See if it's worth me wasting my time. Oh, it powers up. At this point, I'm just curious more than anything. I thought these might slip in, they don't. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm just sorting today, but you're welcome to look around at what I have out. Have a good day.
You too. Are you
Oh,
gonna be
people.
open tomorrow?
No, I'm shooting for a real sale on October 8th. It'll be a Saturday, much like today. I'm just sorting my back and front units today and doing some eBay work.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So people come up and try to buy stuff from me all the time while I'm down here working on my unit, because I live in a neighborhood, or my storage units live in a neighborhood. So people come by and it's kind of cool. I make money. This is a comparable piece for the one I'm looking at. I can't find the exact model, but you can see it's $508 for this vintage Luxman. This is also an AM/FM tuner. The configuration isn't quite the same, but it's probably in the ballpark of a $500 piece of equipment. More modern ones. Here's a modern one for $275. Here's a vintage Luxman for $1,700. So Here's a Luxman R1040. Looks like the model probably right before this one, because this was an 11. And they're looking for 400. Looks pretty close to what I have too. And then they're looking for 294.43 shipping, and this thing's a beast. So, hey, what are you up to?
Oh, just out on a walk.
Nice.
Just
you're looking very surfish lately.
looking
now.
retired, aren't I?
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Lost my wristwatch, my razor, and the phone number to the salon.
I'm just down here listing and doing some social media stuff and
Oh, nice.
putting on some electronics components, taking pictures and getting ready for those. You know, I had no idea on something like this. It's like $500 on eBay. You know
What?
this thing right here. It goes from 500 to 1,700.
You know what? I just gave one away to a friend that's an audiophile over in Washington. Is this a Marantz?
It's a Luxman.
He was so excited. Mine was a Yamaha, and he just, oh man, I gave it to him because he just.
And here's the thing: I've been having these out here, and I've been saying $20 a component.
Oh
No one's been taking them.
Because he tells me that there's a resurrection with these things. Guys are buying them for a lot of money.
Yeah. And so I'm just like, okay, I'll just clean them up and start putting them on eBay. If no one, there's different markets for everything I'm doing, and some of it's here, some of it's online.
Have you got any cassette players?
Yeah, I just listed this one down here. This one's
oh my God, that looks serious.
It is. It's Peter Cetera's.
$5,000 right here. That's $5,000.
Yeah.
Get in the car, drunk.
What are you kids doing?
Okay, I'm going to move on, Gary.
All right.
Good to see you.
Yeah, if you need I probably have
Where
a
you going?
cassette player, a cheaper one somewhere. Do you want one?
Bathroom.
If I come across one?
Yeah, if you have one.
Okay. You're looking for an actual component one?
Yeah, just one that I can plug in.
Okay.
Yeah, to an
Yeah,
amplifier.
because I come across them all the time.
Okay, just let me know if you come on something.
Okay.
All right, see ya.
What are you doing? That's great. That's Michelle's brother. Oh, your kid?
Drunk on his ass. Taking him home. I just started shopping.
Shopping around. Hey, lady, will you take him for your deal off when what it does?
I can't understand a word the fucking says. Did you hear about the accident I heard this week?
No. On the highway?
Yeah. He was the first one there.
Good Samaritan, man.
I don't know where.
Personally, I don't try to put my nose in other shit because I don't want to be party to.
Well, it was a pretty bad crash. We could hear it. Pat heard it, and I didn't hear it. I was going to catch him at 7:30 this morning. I had to pick Robbie up. We got the wood to live. I'm taking him home to my house. His ex, and it's mother, his kid, texted Pat and said that he texted her needing help. So I wanted to know what the hell he was doing. Get him out of town. He had no booze on him, so get him home and sober his ass up. There.
What's up?
Who's helping you?
No, what's up with it?
Well, he ain't fucking working for one thing.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah.
I put him to work, but he's useless for me.
What was that? Was he wanting to buy something from you?
No, that's Greg. Michelle's.
I know.
I'd give him something if you wanted it.
Oh, I want this.
Take it.
No. It goes on. God damn, that magnet cheap.
I know. Some guy who has a lot of magnets wants to give me a good one to do this kind of stuff.
Where's the magnet go?
It falls out all the time. It's right there on the ground by your finger.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Yeah, and I haven't glued it back in, so. I'm just doing some research on these components. I'm we're just doing some research on these components. Some of these are actually have some significant value.
Yeah. Well, the ones that Peter gave me, I don't think were too bad. I don't know which ones that was, and I don't care.
I don't remember either.
Okay, I'm gone. I'm going home. You don't mind storing that bike for a while?
I prefer not to. I hope someone just takes it off my thing.
Well, what I was going to do is take the fenders off of it.
You want this this
No.
Christmas tree? I'm not going to be able to sell it closed.
It's a $406 tree advertising.
With all my free time.
God damn it.
Hey, you wanna buy some
How
stuff?
many do you like?
Yeah, I got comic books and fucking action figures. John?
Are they mint?
Pretty much.
None of your people at work need a Christmas tree. None of your people at work
Hey, get
want
rid
a
of my
Christmas
shit.
tree.
Bye.
It's got
Hey, you
LED
get rid of my
light.
fucking stuff.
406. Look it up. I'm serious.
I will.
So you want to hang on to it?
I have a whole Cadillac full of shit.
I don't want you to
okay?
throw it
I want
away.
you to fuck up too.
But I'm opening the box. I have to.
Why?
No one's gonna buy a box on sale. No one. No one. They'll give me $5 a piece. They gotta look at it. So when I get to the point of when I'm gonna sell it, I'm
Well-
gonna open it up.
I think if you just strip this tape here and open it up, but don't make it where I can't retape it. I mean, once you open it, it's your tree, fucker.
Sounds like it's mine already.
Yeah, exactly.
Possession. 9/10 of the law.
Nine times a lot. Yeah, exactly. You wanna buy some shit?
It's also what lands you in prison.
You wanna buy some fucking comic books and action figures?
How many comic books?
A bunch of all the Wolverine comic books and shit. Dude, I got fucking cards and stuff.
Are you willing to get rid of them?
I want to get rid of everything. I want to go away. I want to sell all my shit. I'm just get gone.
Are they in good shape?
They're all.
Are you interested, Gary?
Yeah.
Are they at the house?
Yeah. They're my Cadillac.
Bring them down. I'll look at them.
You fucking might want to love this one. You might want my Cadillac.
I'm not gonna want a Cadillac, but I'll consider comic books.
By the house. Right as well.
Okay. I'll probably buy the comic book lot off you. Just think of a fair price. And not
anything is fair. You got 200 bucks at the year.
the order might be high for what I do.
I got
We'll see.
12 bucks in Mad magazines from 1984.
That's not as interesting to me. But the Wolverines might be interesting. Because yeah, I'll come by and look and see where we're at. So people come by, I talk, make deals, buy lots, sell lots. Not trying to, just people are here doing it. Ivy said something at one point that I thought was interesting in one of his live videos. He said, always carry $300 on you, because you never know when you'll come across something that you can buy and turn. So, you know, he's offering me comic books, Wolverine and stuff. I might consider it. I got $300 on me. You know, we'll see if they're in good enough condition where I think they might be able to be graded. Send off to the grading company, PCCG, I think it is. I'll do that and get some graded, and if they're worth grading, you know, it's an expensive proposition. You'll spend thousands of dollars on grading, and you're hoping to get a good grade. And if you get a good grade, sometimes you can really up your game. But there is risk. This is a Luxman stereo receiver. It is a beast. It is heavy. I'm going to say 50 pounds at minimum. 1120 is the model number. Turn it around. Has a built-in antenna, deck, phonographs left and right, auxiliary left and right, receiving out, mono, monitor, deck 1, deck 2, recording out. That's A and B speakers, electrostatic speakers, some power cords, come back the other way. There you have it. How you doing, America? I see I got no stars. You're welcome to send stars. I'd appreciate it. It does help me continue to make these videos and do what I'm doing. And hopefully you get some value out of what I do and putting it on here. It's not just for me, it's for everyone. So if you can afford to contribute, please do. If you can't, I don't stress. The cash flow will let me do greater things. Maybe get in some moderators someday and pay them. I do have plans on growing what I do. Yeah, we'll do this. double this situation up. It's not like I don't have two of these. Try this other heavy piece on the other side. See if we can't stabilize my scenario. Boy, I'm just rigging this, making it happen. Well, if I had some speakers handy, I'd hook them in. But I do not see any. God knows I have the speaker wire, and I do see a speaker up top. But neither here nor there. I think I'm going to ask for $1,000 on this. It's heavy. God knows it's going to be tough to ship. Just to kind of give you guys an idea, someone's selling a Luxman cabinet, just a cabinet, so they gutted it for $63.99 plus $9.95 shipping. So people sometimes just take these apart and sell parts of them. It's funny, I've been trying to sell these components for 20 bucks a piece. Any hustler out here who comes to my sales could have bought these for 20 bucks a piece, and I'd have been happy and just, you know, taken the cash, moved on. And they could have made some money on eBay, just taking the time to do what I'm doing right now. Just bench testing, powering up, offering a good return policy and putting them on eBay. All right, so we're just going to create a whole new listing for this one. Vintage Luxman solid state AM FM receiver actually I'm going to put the model number before that 1120 So when you're creating one, I'm just doing when I get to the after that, it asks for what kind, I get a category. And then it brings up the whole picture thing. So there were some photos in there. I took 14. There's probably one I wanted to put in there. I might readjust when I get home. I'm going to do a little bit of cropping on some of these. That might be the one I get rid of. I'm going to see if I can't find a power cord for this iPad just to keep the live going. you can see my life is thoroughly exciting. That's where I'm at with this. Thanks for joining me. And I'm out of coffee. It's almost a tragedy. Beer. Not an endorsement, just what I'm drinking. Just reassessing the stack so I can keep stacking on this piece. This is a little... Oh, shit. Compared to this last piece, this thing's like a balloon. I can see just this is a Denon CD Auto Changer DCM 380. It's a 5-disc automated loading system. Looks like it's HD, CD, MP3. This will not be very valuable. Let's power it up and check it out. Well, that's powering up. Let's wrap up the cord from the last one and zip tie it. Boy, they made electronics differently back then. This cord is thick. I got it. It has Bo Diddley CD in it. In position 1. You know what? I have some speakers over here that actually will plug into the back of this. Let's check it out. Left and right. Let's close it up. Hit play. And you know what? Do I have a... Nope. See if I have a remote for it. I do not see one. So we'll say I do not have a remote for it. You know, it looks like there might be something else in here. Oh no, it's just one. It's definitely spinning. Not quite sure why it doesn't want to play. It is possible that the disc is too scratched. Although it looks alright. Do a little Windex and tissue paper thing here. See if that's the problem. Also have used cdmusic.com. Something like this will go on there. Eventually someone comes along and buys it, even though it has no CD liner notes or cover. It is entirely possible that this is not functioning properly. Because I do not hear the motor running. we're going to try one other thing. We're going to put this in another position and see if this is the boring part about running a storage facility, or having storage units and testing things, is that sometimes things don't work. It is definitely not recognizing any discs. I'm going to open it up. Close this up and see if there's anything that might I could open this up and figure it out and probably try to make it work, but if it don't run, it don't run. One last time. Okay. That's how we used to deal with it in the 70s on the TVs with the V-hold. Remember that? You would be surprised on what a slap on the side of a piece of equipment can sometimes do. I'm going to do a quick dummy check on this item. Looks like they're worth about $55 broken. But here's someone selling for 57, 50, we'll say $60 for one that's working. Too many working for around the same price point for the same people are selling the ones that are broken. So because it basically costs the same amount to ship, so someone's going to choose theirs over this one. I'm not sure that this is 100% working. Won't be worth my time to list it. We're going to call it a day. On to the next item. This does not have a power cord with it. I'm going to check over here. I have power cords that will work with it. Where they're at is deep in my unit. So I don't know if I'll be able to power this up right now. So I found a power cord on another component. It is no doubt going to power it up, in my opinion. Here we have it. VHS player. Now I have a couple VHS players at home. One of them I bought on eBay because it was pretty nice and served its purpose. I wanted a higher end model VHS because I was doing some old family recordings and some other stuff, and I just wanted something that was a little nicer from the electronics perspective. And I also have VHSshop.com. One of the biggest categories on Gnubay or Gnubay that I have. I actually sell quite a bit of VHS. I've had some help listing the VHS throughout the years, employing various youth to help me in my house, teaching them entrepreneurial skills and how to run a business. And paying them a fair wage. Aesthetically, this thing's pretty beat up. This might be a local Facebook post and not a eBay thing. Just because I don't think the value is going to be there on eBay for this model. It is a Sony. It's a DA Pro 4 head. I was seeing if I had a VHS handy anywhere around that I knew of. Oh, I see one. I'm going to have to climb for it. All I'm testing for on the VHS player is that it actually will take a tape and play it without eating it. And it's going. Let's try a rewind. Stop. Forward. Definitely working. Actually, this is a pretty fast moving VHS player. Well, let's look at eBay. Let's see if this has the value. I hope it does. Sony SLV -400 VHS player. Well, someone's selling one with everything, including some cords and remote and other stuff attached to it as a bundle for $179. But when you get down to the core components, someone's selling one for $87.49, saying it's tested with free 3-day shipping. So basically, $90. Probably cost them $40 to ship. Here's one selling no power cord, selling as is for basically $53. I can get another power cord for this. It looks to me, all in all, for working one of these players, it's about $80 for the VHS player. all wondering what I'm doing over here. I'm looking for a power cord that might work with that. If you just saw the amazing climb I went through to get this cord, you'd be amazed. There it is. I found another power cord that's going to work with it. So the one I was using can go back to the component I stole it from. Anyone out there? I'm guessing not. Guess I'll do a quick video. This is a Sony GA Pro 4 head SLV 400 VHS player. Has a play button, stop, it rewinds, stops, it goes forward, it stops, and it plays, and it's all going. You can see it moving. The back side, just a RF and a VHF, UHF in and out, some lines in and out. Little scratched up, but it is functioning. So I'm just cropping the photos here. Now, I'll probably list this on eBay after all. That said, I'll probably put it on Facebook as well. See if I can't get a local sale for like $20 or something. Once again, right now I'm just finding someone else's titling that I kind of like. I'm scrolling down on it. Oops, sorry. Finding someone's titling that I kind of like. I'm scrolling down on it until I come to this area right here, and I'm just gonna sell one like this. It's going to bring up the thing. I'm just going to add my photos. I'm using an iPhone 12 Pro Max, if anyone's wondering. Kind of going in, selecting pricing, I usually do buy it nows, by the way. I don't put it at actual auction. Occasionally I do that to a few things that I think I might be able to get a collector's value from by doing that. But most of the time I just put fixed price. What am I going to take for it? Alright, getting to the bottom of one of these stacks. That's pretty impressive. I said I was going to look for a power cord for this iPad because it is getting low now. Let me see what I can do. don't think I have an actual power cord for this. We'll see. Nope. How you doing?
Good. Is this other storage unit yours?
That is mine.
Okay.
Was someone in it just now?
No, it's just open.
Okay, yeah, it's mine.
Okay, gotcha. So I was just checking.
Mm-hmm. There's a pretty serious component here. It has a lot of stuff going on. I can't imagine this not being worth some significant cash flow. I wasn't able to find a power cord, so, you know, I got 30% left. That'll be the end of my live. Send some stars if you liked any part of this video. This is a Denon AV surround receiver, AVR 1712. It's in good condition. Its back is pretty impressive. Looks like coax, loop antenna, speaker stuff, more coax, optical, several HDMI situations, some wired in speaker situations. This is pretty awesome. Power cord's in good shape. In fact, let's power it up. On button lights up, checking for all the different things. This is in functioning condition. Oh, that's something I might want for my house. If I was into that much space. Plug it back in. Let's get some pictures. I do wonder if YouTube has a live function that I should be using instead of Facebook's and their star situation, but we're going to be doing both, and I'll probably download and upload this video to YouTube as well when I get a chance. As you can see, I'm never busy. Oh. Well, cord doesn't stay in great when I'm moving shit around, but I do want to make sure I get some pictures with this. Has a lot of cool stuff on it. I'm going to do like a 3-corner photo just so I can focus more on the components. Well, I'm going to be finishing up down here for pretty soon, I think, because batteries are running low on all my devices. let's look up this item here. Denon AVR dash 1712. AV surround receiver. Well, I might do better on the VHS player. It's about $150 to $300. I'm gonna say this is basically a $199 receiver. Probably cost me about $70 to ship it right. Once again, doing the whole choosing someone else's title just to kind of get me going. I'll do final editing at home. Looks like I only got 10 photos on this. I might take another few close-ups real quick after I figure out where I'm at. Stupid flies. Most of the time I take the photos directly with the iPhone camera and then upload them in, as opposed to using the eBay app. Just more functionality. And I save all my photos because I post them to different locations if I'm doing different things to try to make the sale. We've done 8 components since I've been on. Let's go for another. Every day is an adventure in this business. I tend not to ship cables, accessory cables, and whatnot with these items because it's just a pain in the tail to keep track of them, keep them with the pieces, and they're pretty cheap to buy. Sometimes I even sell them separately on eBay. Not a huge market on some of those cables. Power cables go okay. Plug this puppy in. See what we got. It's a Sanyo DVD 4-head VCR player. Well, I'm not sure the DVD player is playing. Well, I took the VCR. He doesn't want to give it back to me. Oh, it actually is. Rewinding, so we do know it has that capacity. Boy, it's really quiet. Kind of wish you would kick it out at this point, because I'm not sure this is a good component. This might be heading to the garbage with the cassette if I can't get it out. Yeah, this thing is not behaving how a player should. This ejector is definitely broken. Doesn't help there's a photograph inside of it. Well, I'm not happy about that at all. The good thing is I do have a power cord for my phone while I figure this out. It is rewinding it, so it sounds like just the ejector is bad. Guess it's unplugging time. This thing's going into heat. Just trying to see if I can't open it up and save the tape. Not that I need the tape, I don't. See if I can't cause it to manually eject at this point. Sometimes you can see where the ejector's at and cause it to eject. I don't recommend anyone plugging in and working on electronic components if you don't have an idea of what you're doing. I don't see the ejector area where you can maybe try to trigger it. DVD is the same kind of scenario. There's no DVD in it, so that's good. This is why I use shit tapes when I'm doing this kind of stuff. I've lost many a tape to this scenario and taken apart many VCRs. What's funny is I took apart all the gears on one VCR and sold all the gears as steampunk. Someone bought it. Garbage. And a lost VCR tape. Okay, it looks like I got 15% left on this live video, so let's try one more component. This is a Kenwood KR-A70. I actually used it to power my record player in this unit. All my records are now at home and cleaned and ready to go on to eBay. Once I'll be listing all those probably between November and March for shopvinyls.com. It's a big segment of my store. I actually do test all of my records. And it's fun because I get to listen to old music of all kinds. And I'll probably be live streaming some of that this winter. I can't imagine it's not powering up, but we're going to plug it in. There it is. It even has the phono going. Phonograph. Phono. Hey.
Ow. Oh my god. I just rode 20 miles and my butt hurts so bad. I have money for you.
Oh,
I'm dying.
how are you doing?
Good. Minus the pain that I'm in right now.
Trying to keep that girlish figure.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why I decided to go so far today. I didn't bring water. I'm very stupid. Here.
Yeah, I've changed.
Oh, you're fine. Yeah. Good. I'll go figure out how to put my pockets.
Yeah, I'm just down here doing some pictures and videos for social media.
Oh, nice. I was wondering, because when I left my house, I saw all your stuff, and I was like, oh, is he doing the sale event today? And then when I was going back just now, I was like, huh.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm doing one on October 8th, but,
Oh, nice.
you know, I do a couple of orders on this.
Yes. Yeah.
Just do it.
Ready for the other stuff.
Exactly.
Nice. I don't start till the 10th.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
you
so
take
I
some time off.
get 3 weeks off. But I don't have money to do anything fun at that time. So basically just getting house projects done, which is fun. That's good. Whew, okay, I gotta go get water or I might pass out. You gotta run away from bees in a very lovely fashion.
Yeah, I don't know about fashion.
Okay.
I'm not fond of bees, so.
Me neither. I hate them a lot. Okay.
Take care, thanks. I
Thanks.
appreciate you.
Yeah. Good luck. Oh my God. Oh.
More people stopping by. I'm a pillar of my community. One thing I do know about listing on eBay for decades, I've been doing this since 98, 1998, not 1898, and is that sometimes your market for certain items is not a direct sale with us on your storage unit or Facebook. Sometimes it's eBay. The marketplaces will vary for what you're trying to do. So you're trying to create networks with different followings in different areas to find that sale. It's basically a $100 component. That's what we're going to list it for. Only got 11 photos, so we'll just find a 12th one to make it work. I'm going to use the eBay app just to snap a quick. If it has 12 photo options on the platform you're using, put 12 photos. eBay's offering video too. I haven't really explored much of that, mostly because of time. I will be looking into that as well. All right, you have a good day. Thanks for any stars. You have a great day.